Hey, it's your girl, Coach Sylvia. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. There is a word from the Lord this morning, but before I get started, what I'm going to tell you to do, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you can know when I'm on. What else I'm going to tell you to do? Share. Someone may need this word just as much as you do. Okay, so y'all, we walking and talking this morning. Yes, we are walking and talking this morning. So this morning when I got up, I was riding, taking my baby to school, and the Lord said, tell the people you have entered into the season, and it is so. Yes, if we was at church, I'll tell you to touch your neighbor and say, and it is so. You have entered into a season of and it is so. I am so excited about that word, and it is so. If I was in church again, I would tell you to tell your neighbor, and it is so. Can you drop in the comment, and it is so? He said to tell my people, all my believers that been believing me for something, that's been standing in the gap, that's been standing on my word, that's been looking for a miracle, that's been asking God when it's going to be. He said, I am honoring your request. He said, and it is so. What does and it is so mean? It is a phrase that's simply saying, that's how it is. That's the way it is. It also means that you are coming into agreement and acceptance with God. It simply means amen. And what does that mean? It is so. And when I looked that up and that phrase said, that's the way it is, or how it is, this is what the Lord started telling me. Yeah, that's how it is. Why? Because you stood the test of time. Why? Because you didn't respond the way you could have responded. Why? Because you cried your last cry. Why? Because you stood in pain when pain was hitting you. You still gave God a praise, and God said you have entered into the season, and it is so. He said, I am honoring your request of it, and it is so. And it's simply what he's saying is yes and amen. That is what he's saying, and it is so. Yes and amen. Why? Because you passed the test. Why? Because you didn't give up. Why? Because you kept going. Why? Because you yet gave him a praise. So God said you have entered into the season of and it is so. So I want you to go by your day saying, and it is so. So God said, I am honoring your request. I am doing exactly what you asked me to do. That the action is over, but to give him praise, because he said, and it is so. He said, I am making your request known to me, and yes, it is, and it is so. So get ready to go into your season of and it is so. All you got to do is believe it, expect it, look for it, and believe God that he is saying, and it is so. So go by your day saying, God, I thank you that it's and it is so. That's the way it is. God saying, that's the way it is. Yes, that's the way it is. I got to bless you because you did what you're supposed to do. Yes, you stayed in the beat. So I got to do it. That's just the way it is. That's what God's saying. That's just the way it is. That's how it's going to be. And it is so. Coach Sylvia, have a great day. Bye-bye.